What's up, guys? I've got a story for you today, and it'll explain why we're on the old bike and not the new one. But I need some tire pressure first. I haven't ridden this bad boy in a hot minute. I don't know what we want on the front tire. Let's see what's in there. What do we need? Guys, if I was smart, it would go the other way. It would go the other way. It would probably also just roll the bike back a little bit. Go back a little bit. 24. Well, it's good at least. Man, there's never anybody at these until you need to fill up your tire. Then we get the problems. I would not recommend doing that with your gear on. That is crooked. Well, I need a new key cut, because I don't know if you saw the other videos. I just moved places and I need another key for the bike. I have all my keys. But yeah, a little bit of a story time again. As you can see, I'm not on the usual Honda. We're on the other Honda. This is a VT250. It's like the first version of the VT250R, and as you can tell, she runs a little bit rougher than the other one, you know. So gonna see if I can get over here, because I need to. They don't seem to want to let me. Come on, mate. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, she definitely runs a little bit rougher. It's been sitting for a little while, but what can you do? Yeah, I need a new house key, so we're going to Bunnings. Oh, that's a nice old Holden. Tried to leave it till the afternoon a little bit, but it's still so hot, guys. Australian summer. Nice weather though. Just trying to keep the revs up a little bit. We all know it's supposed to be Subi. It's okay, brother. Let me go. Come on. But yes, this is a little bit of a glorified scooter compared to the 400, but it is still really fun. It's got kind of the Miata effect, very small, light and nimble, enough power to get you moving, and as long as you keep the momentum up, you're having fun. It's nice while the air is blowing, but when it's not, holy, it's hot. Oh man. Get over these. Bunnings! Look at the snag hut out still. Why does it feel like it's in a neutral kind of thing? We get a nice parking here, why not? Nice parking. Alright guys, I'm getting a key cut, see you when I get back. Alright guys, we are back. Start up, but she's a bit day for it. Well, don't really, oh yeah, that's right. I was gonna give you guys the story time. The reason we're on the Spada. Well, as I said, I've just recently moved places, and after the move and everything was all said and done, I was going through some of my spendings and stuff like that. Just, you know, new year, that kind of stuff. Gonna try and get on top of the budget a little bit better than I have. And so with that, as you do, I was collecting all of my expenditures and my regular subscriptions and those sorts of things. So we got all of the regular stuff out of the way, like Netflix and Amazon Prime, and then I got to my car and bike regos, and I was looking for my car one. I found that, and then I was looking for my bike rego, this one, and then I found that. I got the spendings down on these ones. And then I was looking for the rego for the 400, and all that I could find was the rego transfer for the remaining rego when I bought the bike. And then I thought to myself, how long has it been since I had to pay rego on this bike? I thought I paid it at the start, and yet no receipt could be found, apart from the original one that I told you about. So, as you do, I started frantically searching every crevice of my email inboxes. Alas, no rego paper. So the government has this handy tool by which you can look up your registration number and check how much rego you've got. So entered my details, nothing's coming up. Well, I decided to search by the VIN number instead. I found the bike, and I found the registration status, and I'm sure by this point everybody can tell where this is going, but the 400 is not regoed, so I'm not riding it. So it's the weekend right now, and much as I want to be out and about on that beautiful thing, I can't until I go back to the TMR and figure out whose side it fucked up on. But yeah, so moral of the story is, if you don't get your rego around the time that you thought you should be getting it, and it's been quite a while since you've seen one, do your own research and figure out where it's going. We got a little Subi, little New South Wales P-plater action, the classic. Oh man, this bike is fun though, because it's, look at that, 60. That's, oh, I mean, whoops, 50, doing 50. And yeah, it's, oh, look at that. Nice little loop through there. How hard do you reckon I'd have to try to get on that little bridge? Probably not very. I probably won't though. I probably won't do that. Well, we may as well do like a mini review while we're on the old bike, eh? This is a Honda VT250 Spada, the predecessor? You guys tell me in the comments. To the VTR 250, which is, you know, it's like the mini monster or whatever people call it, with the nice frame. It's like a trellis tubular frame or something like that, and it looks like a mini Ducati, essentially. But this one's a little bit different. This is like a it's got like a it's got like a Duratec like cast alloy or something frame, so it's super light, super nimble. It's what is it? It's a 250cc V. I don't know if it's V twin. It's only 2 cylinders, but it's in the V like configuration, if that makes sense. So not like your typical Ninjas and those sorts of stuff. They're all parallel twins, which is like, you know, 2 cylinders in a line, and they don't sound very great. Whereas this, you know, you get that kind of almost like a grunty sound from this engine configuration. Can't remember what the crank's at, but yeah, it's like pretty fun little bike. Revs out to 14,000 RPM. The power band's kind of at that 7,000, 8,000 range. That's when it really kind of opens up a little bit. And yeah, it's super light, super nimble. These things are pretty, well, these things and the next generation of them are pretty popular little street bikes, and pretty popular for doing like a little bit of cafe racer stuff. Yeah, in terms of modifications, not a whole lot. I've just got some domino grips that I put on, some bar end mirrors, just a little bit of quality of life things, cleaned the air filter, and that's about it. I got some decent tires on it, so she's grippy. But it's a perfect little, you know, bike for town, to be honest. Like, we're just, you know, we're just kind of putting along. Yeah, and it's an old Honda, so it's kind of unkillable. I've had it sitting for quite a while, and, you know, taking it for a ride after moving, and she's not very stressed. There's like a little bit of go, you know, nothing crazy, nothing that would get you into too much trouble as a learner. So it's a good learner bike. It was my learner bike, that's why I've got one. I've got it for sale at the moment, but I honestly don't know if I want to sell it, because they're not worth a whole lot. I'm not going to get much back more than what I pay on rego for it, so I don't know if it's worth just turning it into a track bike, or just keeping it as a little grocery getter. Well, not a grocery getter, but just something to ride around and have a little bit of fun on that isn't as loose as the 400. It's like, I mean, it's kind of like the Honda Civic of the motorcycle world, I feel like, you know. Oh yeah, this one, 6-speed gearbox. The newer ones have a 5-speed. Don't know what that means. Probably 6 is like some sort of overdrive, or maybe it's a more so about the about shifting less. You get more like longer gear ratios, sort of thing, I guess. I don't know, you guys tell me. But I'm not even like accelerating that hard, and the Subies can't keep up, you know. It's interesting though, everyone seems to want to race me on this, but nobody tries when I'm on the 400, which is like, you know, it's louder, looks more aggressive, it's like a super sport, you know. I think if anyone would have a go, it would be then, but I don't know. But it's a perfect bike for a nice chill ride. Color's mint, I like the yellow a lot. I know a lot of people aren't a fan of the yellow colors, but I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, gets up and goes all right. It is a 250. It really belongs in the corners. That's where it's kind of lives its best life. Yeah, I think that came factory like 40 horsepower or something like that, so it'll beat your Ninja 300s and those sorts of things. Although at its age, it's obviously gonna have lost some of that power, but you know, it is what it is. I love all these shrouded tree routes through here, like, oh, it's so nice. It is, it's so nice. How do you like the downshifts? I thought that was pretty clean. Oh man, I weigh a little bit too much for this bike now though. I'm sitting at like 83 kilos and man, the rear shock is sagging a bit. I need to get an adjuster if I'm gonna keep it, but we'll see. Let me know in the comments if you guys would like me to see, if you'd like to see me do anything with this bike, then I can justify keeping it. Otherwise, it's probably gonna go. Yeah, you can see it's got a little bit of RPM hang. See how it's like staying up around the 2000 mark and then it comes back down. So there's something there needs to be worked on, but it's actually running pretty good though, considering all things. It is a 30-year-old bike or something like that. Yeah, if you're thinking about getting one of these bags, they're pretty good. This one I got on Amazon. I don't know what the brand is, but you can check it out. Yeah, I need my reservoir here, I can't fucking see shit through it. I need to get those things fixed as well if I'm gonna keep it. But the more I think about keeping it, the more it's costing me. Guys, I don't know. I could cut the frame and turn it into a proper cafe racer, something like that, but I don't have the tools and the know-how yet. Something I'd have to learn, but yeah, I can't justify it right now. Oh, that's neutral. That's a chaser too. She goes all right though. Don't do it, car lady. Alright guys, I will see y'all in the next one.